Immediately, I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this had to be. Keep you grounded like gravity in the field, but it's amity. Horror, I see calamity. Scar you up for my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me. Fuck them up in they faculty. They words sweet, sit in they mouth and causing cavities. Yeah, it's so cool. None of you suckers worry.
There's a war going on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside. From the dust to the dawn outside. So when I'm on outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
I
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move it cautious. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up on my bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move it cautious. Hey! One way. Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one west. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on his beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on his beat till my fucking head numb. Black block, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping, kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with cap again. Yeah, they said they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move it cautious. See me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up on by the bullshit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn right, I'm a UPK nigga. Straight out of one West, no contest. We the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed. Slaves, niggas is dying off in waves. Living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas cross-talk through the crosswalking or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. America's killing us, saying they fearing us. Put the drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious. Put a gun in my face, all because of my race. Click, boom, flash, put some Skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father. Give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauder. That's fucking taking our daughters, nigga. It's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, but get your ass up. Cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
Someone on the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of this vibe. Who am I? I ain't shit. But getting lit is a pastime, so in a minute I'ma pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, past your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. That's the exact thing. Don't get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then the nigga fly. Hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn, the missiles high. I can see him from the parking lot. Never finna ball out. Devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. They murdered us for years and thinking shit was gonna turn around. Pride never learned. This motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets. Told them to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us some fleets. Fuck they Apollo, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, whoa. To America.
God is going to destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to shoot you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
Don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's lock up. I know you know Ron.
who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up them commas, be honest, he seeing decent though.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kind of slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
He got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try. So until we meet again.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, Akai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alden, Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray you die, every devil.
All right, shalom, shalom, everybody. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Since 1969, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge has been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true heritage according to the Bible, okay? And part of that heritage is our language, okay? How we used to speak before we went into captivity, how we communicated with each other before we went into captivity. We lost all knowledge of who we were, the food that we ate, the clothes that we dressed in, okay? We lost all of that. And in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, we work diligently to give that back to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and teach them who they are according to the Bible, okay? So with that, every Friday, okay, we come out and we teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their original language, okay, which is the Lashawan Qadash, okay, holy tongue, okay, in the Hebrew. And that's what this class is about tonight, okay? This is the I.S.U.P.K. Florida. We're right here in Riviera Beach, okay, 1628 Avenue E. We have classes Monday through Wednesday online, live in the school right here. Also Friday, right here in the school, we do the Lashawan Qadash class. Saturdays, we come in and do the Sabbath service when we read the Bible, the Torah, and we learn our history, what we did, what we didn't do, how to serve our power correctly, okay? And we also, you know, we practice our language, we read our language, and then we break it down in the English or whatever, okay? So tonight, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it, okay? Okay, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to go over we're going to go over the signs, the symbols, okay? And the sounds that are associated with the symbols, okay? And then we'll go ahead and we'll actually get into some words and go ahead and practice speaking and saying these words so, you know, we can get a good grasp on how to, you know, read this Hebrew, okay? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go through the sounds, okay? With it's 22 characters, okay? And there's sounds that are associated with each character, okay? Okay, at the top right here, we have the original Hebrew, okay? The ancient, okay? And then that's called the Paleo, okay? And then down here, we have the Assyrian, okay? This is a mixture of a Greek and Hebrew, okay? They basically just try to take our language and, you know, make it so that they could use it, okay? This language is something that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have held on to since the time of Adam, okay? And, you know, we're still, you know, 5,000, 6,000 years ago, and we're still, you know, holding on to our heritage. You know, the Lord is not letting us forget, okay? We still have it, okay? So the first, we have the okay? The ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and the tha, okay? So when you see these symbols, okay, that's the sound that is associated with the symbol, okay? Just like the American language system, okay? You see a letter and there's a sound that's associated with that letter, okay? So also, you know, we have, like I said, we're going to go ahead and learn the ancient Hebrew and the Assyrian, okay? Because 2022 today, most of the information that we can access, okay, and obtain is going to be written and translated over into the Greek version, okay? The Paleo, okay? I'm sorry, the Assyrian, okay? So we're going to go ahead and learn both sets of symbols, okay? The sounds are the same, okay, but the symbols are different, okay? So we got them laid out here on the chart, okay? So I'll go ahead and get it started. I'm gonna put it on the board so you can actually see it a little better, okay? If you need this chart, go ahead and put it in the chat, okay? Ask the question for the chart, add your email, and I'll go through that information after class and get it to you, okay? Get that to you if need be, okay? Okay, so the first sound and the first symbol in the Hebrew language is the ah, okay? The ah. Okay, at the top we have the ancient Hebrew, and at the bottom I'm going to put the Assyrian. Okay, this is the ah. Okay, the ah. Okay, so you want to practice saying when you see these symbols, say the sound. Okay, it's going to help you remember, just like when you went to school and you learned Spanish or English or French, okay? You had to learn, you had to memorize the sounds that were associated with the symbols, okay? So the first one is the ah, okay? Then we have the ba, okay? The ba, okay? Then we have the ga, okay? The ga, okay? The ga, okay? Then we have the da, okay? Ah, ba, ga, da, okay? Then we have the ha, okay? Ha, okay? Then we have the wa, okay? Wa. Ah, ba, da, it's like a ga, da, ha, wa, okay? Wa. Okay, the next one will be the za. Okay, za. Okay. The next one, okay, would be the ka. Okay. This sound is more distinctive, okay, than all the other sounds that are in the Hebrew, because it's more of a hard sound, okay? It's more of a hard sound. This next one is a hard sound, okay? It's the ka, okay? The ka. The ka. Okay. Okay, so we have the ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, and the ka. Okay, the ka is a hard sound. All the rest of the sounds that we're dealing with is, you know, like a ah, ba, ga, da, wa, ha, za, ka, ta, you know, but the ka is the, you know, the most distinctive sound in the Hebrew. Okay. All right. So I'll take those down and put the rest, and we'll continue. Okay, so you just have to, we have to get these sounds memorized so you can associate the symbol with the sound, okay? And then we're gonna get into some words and put these sounds together and start pronouncing words, okay? Okay, so we ended off with the ka, the ka. Now the next sound will be the ta, okay, the ta. Ta, okay. Ta, okay, at the top we have the ancient, at the bottom we have the Assyrian, okay. Two different symbols, same sound, okay. Just two forms of writing and using the Hebrew, okay. Basically, you could just look at it like that, okay. So the sound, we have the ta, okay. Now the next sound would be the ya, okay, the ya. Okay. Ya. Okay. Now we have the ka. 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 Okay. We have the ka, which is not the same as the ka. Okay, this is just ka. This is ka. Okay, hard sound there. Okay. Ka. Okay, so now with the ka, we get into understanding when we are using the Assyrian Hebrew, okay, the ka that sound could be at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a word, just like any other sound. All these sounds that we have, all these symbols, when you're reading a word, it could be in the beginning of a word, in the middle of a word, or at the end of a word. Okay, so when you see the ka symbol and the ka sound, okay, if this sound, when you're using the Assyrian, if this sound or this symbol lands at the end of the word, okay, you're going to see a different symbol. Okay, you're not going to see this symbol if this sound lands at the end of a word. Okay, what you're going to see is this symbol. Okay, it has a medium-sized horizontal line, and a long vertical line, okay? And this, you'll use this symbol if this sound falls at the end of a word, okay? You'll use this symbol if this sound falls at the end of a word, ka, okay? If the ka sound ends at the end of a word, then you'll use this, you'll see this symbol, okay? If it's at the beginning or in the middle of a word, you'll see this symbol, okay? So that's the ka, okay? Now we have the la. The la. Okay, the la. Do this a little bit better. Okay. The la. Ta, ya, ka, la. Okay. Now we have the ma sound. The ma. 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 Okay. Again, with the ma, if in the Assyrian, if the ma sound is at the end of a word, okay, you're going to see a different symbol. Same sound, different symbol. Okay, this is the ma at the end of a word, and you're reading it in the Assyrian. Okay, if you're using the Assyrian characters, then if the ma sound it lands at the end of a word, you won't use this symbol. You'll use this symbol, or you'll see this symbol. Depends on if you're writing or reading, okay? So that's the ma. Okay, now we have the na sound. Na. Na. Okay. Na. Okay, again, using the Assyrian, okay, you're going to see a different symbol if the na sound lands at the end of a word. Okay, and that symbol will look like this. Okay. Again, okay, now the ka symbol and the na symbol resembles one another. You just have to, pay attention to what you're seeing. So right here, you'll see the only difference really is the horizontal line of the na is short here. With the ka is a medium size, okay, horizontal line. But with the na, it's a short, okay? So this symbol you'll see if the na sound lands at the end of a word, okay? Okay, so the next sound is the sa. Sa, okay? And you want to practice saying these sounds, okay? If you're in class, you're actually, here to learn and, try to grow, okay? Repeat after me, you know what I mean? Like just participate, even though you're not live in the class. Go ahead and participate and say the sounds, okay? Look at the symbol and say the sound. That's how you're going to get familiar with it, okay? Look at the symbol, say the sound, okay? The ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na. Now we have the sa. Sa. Okay? The sa. Okay. Sa. Then we have the I. Okay. The I. Okay. Ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I. Okay. And while we're here, you can see the I symbol looks like, resembles the sa symbols in the Assyrian. Okay. The ancient Hebrew I symbol looks like the sa symbol in the Assyrian. So you just there's going to be a couple of little things, especially if you're learning both symbols. Okay, you're just going to have to pay attention, and you know, just it'll come to you. You know what I mean? So just with practice, you know what I mean. But yeah, so because sometimes you're reading and you kind of convert between the two symbols. Okay, you'll see this and you'll want to say sa if you're reading in the ancient, or you'll see this and you might want to say I. You know what I mean? But just practice. You know what I mean? And it'll it'll get easier and more. You'll get more comfortable with it. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna take those down and we'll do the last several symbols. Okay. Okay, we'll do the last several symbols and sounds, and then we'll go ahead and jump into some words. Okay, we'll tackle some words and start pronouncing words and seeing how to put these sounds together. Okay, so we ended with the I sound and symbol. So the next one would be the pa. Okay, pa. Pa. Okay, pa. Okay. Now again, with the pa and the Assyrian, okay, if this sound lands at the end of a word, you're going to see a different symbol. Same sound, different symbol. Okay. Okay, that's what you'll see. This would be the pa sound. Pa. Okay. With this one, they kind of resemble, okay, the pa and the ancient and the Assyrian. First two symbols resemble one another, okay? But if this sound in the Assyrian lands at the end of a word, you'll see this symbol. So you'll know this is the pa, okay? Pa. Okay, so the next sound is the taza. Okay. Taza. Taza. Okay. Okay. Tazah. Okay. Again, in the Assyrian, if this sound lands at the end of a word, you'll have a different symbol. Okay. It'll look like this. Okay. That'll be your tazah at the end if you're reading in the Assyrian. Tazah. Okay. Tazah. Tazah. Okay. So the next sound would be the qua. 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 Okay. Qua. Then we have the ra. The ra. 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 Okay. Pa, taza, qua, ra. Okay. Let's see if I need to adjust this. Let's see. Okay. Pa, taza, qua, and ra. Then we have the sha. 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 This is the sha sound. Sha. Sha. Okay. Sha. Okay. Last but not least is the tha. The tha. 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 Okay. Tha. Pa, taza, qua, ra, sha, and the tha. Okay. Those are the 22 sounds and symbols associated with the Hebrew. Okay. Take those down. And we'll go ahead and get into some words and practice putting these sounds together. Actually reading, being able to read the symbols, okay? Or if you want to call them letters, okay, you're quite welcome to do that, okay? I like to call them symbols to keep it separate from any other language. You know, the English language has letters, okay? So I just like to keep it separate and say these are symbols, okay? All right. So the first word we're gonna go to, we're gonna put up some words that are frequently used, okay, throughout the Torah, the Bible, if you would like to, you know, Torah, Bible, okay, Old Testament, okay. So the first word we're gonna go ahead and get into is gonna be Yahweh, okay. Okay, up here. The Hebrew. Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to be reading, putting up some words, okay? Try to straighten out this camera here. See what we can get this together. Okay. That's better. I think that's better. Okay. All right. Okay, so the first word we're gonna go to and put up is Yahweh. Okay. Okay. Yahweh. Okay. So at the top, I'm going to use the ancient Hebrew, and then I'll write it down here in the Assyrian. Okay. First word is Yahweh. Yah. Okay. Ha. We have the Wa. Okay, and the Ha. Yah. Ha. Wa. Okay. Let's see where it is. Okay. Now in the ancient Hebrew, okay, we use what we call connectors. Okay. Okay, let me do this. Yah. Okay, we got the Yah sound, the Ha sound, the Wa sound, and the Ha sound. Okay. Yah, Ha, Wa, Ha. Okay. But like I was saying, in the ancient Hebrew, we have symbols to show us how to put these sounds together. Okay. So this is Yah, Ha, Wa. Okay. So it's this sound, you're going to pronounce that whole sound right there. Yah, Yah. So if I'm going to pronounce that whole sound by itself, I'm going to have these two ends pointing down. Okay. Yah. Then I have the Ha. Yah, Ha. Yah, Ha. Okay. So that's going to be pointed down. Yah, Ha. Now I have the Wa. But I want the Wa to be connected to this Ha. Okay. So now I want these sounds to be together. Yah, Ha, Wa. Okay. So now I'm going to take this connector and turn it up, flip it upside down to point to these two sounds, okay? Letting me know that these two sounds now are connected. Yah, Ha, Wa, okay? It's no longer going to be Yah, Ha, Wa, Ha, okay? It's Yah, Ha, Wa, okay? Okay, and that's going to look like this, okay? Yahweh. Okay. So now we're going to drop, since these are connected, even if it was in the middle of if it was these two sounds, we go from right to left. Okay. So I keep this whole wa. I'm not using the ha. I'm just using the okay. Yahweh. Okay. Not Yahweh ha. It's Yahweh. It's the wa. It's, you drop the A, okay? You drop the A, now it's Yahweh, okay? Okay? Let's see. Okay, so, all right, so that's how you see it in the ancient Hebrew, okay? Let's look at it in the Assyrian, okay? It'll look like this. Yah, okay. Ha, okay. Wa, okay. And the ha again. Okay. Yahweh. Okay. Now, the Assyrian, there is no connectors. Okay. Okay. So you're going to have to kind of learn it in the ancient first is the best thing I can tell you to do. Try to learn as many words as you can in the ancient Hebrew, okay? And then, you know, it'll be easier for you to read it in the Assyrian, okay? But once you get the hang of how this language flows together, even if it's a word you've never seen in the ancient and you're reading the Assyrian, you'll just kind of know how to put them together, okay? For the most part, the first symbol or sound, first couple, most of the time are going to be separate, okay? Just like in this case, Yahweh, okay? Which means, Yahweh means Lord, okay? Our Lord, okay? Okay? Which, you know, that's his name, but we don't use his name in vain, okay? For teaching purposes or when we're prophesying, when we're teaching, okay? But we don't just walk the earth saying our power's name in vain, okay? You call, you know, it's like, you know, imagine, you know, your mother or your father, you know what I mean? You don't just walk around saying their name, you know what I mean? Like you say it when there's, you know, a purpose, okay? So that's that, okay? So Yahweh, okay? And remember, these connectors are going to help you be able to know how to put the sounds together, okay? And that's where we're at right now, okay? So we got the ya, the ha, the wa, and the ha again. But with this connector here, okay, we're not saying the whole ha sound at the end. It's wa. Okay, all we're using is that ha sound right there. Not the whole ha. It's the ha, ha, ha. It's, you know what I mean? Like ha, Yahweh, wah. Okay, Yahweh. Okay. So that's the first word, okay? You want to be taking these notes down, writing it down, okay? Reading this on your own time and getting used to associating these connectors with these sounds and symbols, okay? Like I said, if you get into this ancient first, it'll help you be able to know how to put the sounds together when you're dealing with, okay, the Assyrian, okay? All right, so that's the first word, Yahweh. That is the most, I can say the most common word in the Old Testament, okay? The Torah, okay? Okay. Okay, so we'll take that one down. We'll go ahead and get into the next word, okay? But the first word we have here is Yahweh, okay? The Yah-ha-wah-ha, okay? Connectors tell you how to put the sounds together, okay? In the Assyrian, there is no connectors, okay? Yahweh means Lord, okay? The Lord. All right, so we'll take that one down. Go ahead and get to the next word, okay? Okay, so just, you know, you have to remember, if you're just starting out, okay, this language is read and written from right to left, okay? Take a little getting used to at first, but practice makes perfect, okay? You learn this, you teach your kids, okay? Teach the next generation, okay? That's what this is all about. You know, not just a show, okay? This is a true attempt, okay, to take back our language and our heritage, okay? To be able to be separate. This is part of being separated from all the other nations, okay? Okay? It's a spiritual thing. It's not physical, okay? It's being able to communicate with your people the way the Lord intended you to communicate with them, okay? Knowing more than one language, there is nothing wrong with that, because, you know, when we get back in power in the earth, you know, or even right now today, you know, you still have to communicate with the other nations, okay? We still have to do business with them. For the most part, we have to slave for them, okay? So we have to, you know, we have to know their language, okay? You know, scripture said the Lord was going to make us, you know, understand, you know, serve a people whose tongue that we did not understand, okay? And that's where we're at today, you know. Book of Deuteronomy, you know, prophesied that through Moses. And lo and behold, the Bible is a living book, okay? Because here we are today, 2,000 years, 3,000 years later, right where the Lord said we will be at. And that's how we know who we are, according to we have to go back to the Bible. It was there the whole time, telling you who you are, okay? Giving you your identity. And, you know, we didn't see it until, thank the Lord for Commanding General YAHANNA and the men that came before him, and they held it down and, you know, held on to this truth and this language, and they're able to pass it on to me. I'm able to pass it on to you, okay? And, you know, Lord willing, you will be able to pass it on to, you know, the next people coming in, okay? All right, so that's what it's all about. It's not a show. It's a true attempt for us to separate ourselves and live holy, okay? as the Lord intended us to. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next word we'll get into, okay, is call. Call. Okay. Okay. The next word is call. Call. Okay. Call. Okay. You got the ka, then the la. Okay. Now, ancient Hebrew. Okay. So we're going to put some symbols on that so we can see how to use these two sounds. Okay. Okay. So this word is call. Okay. So those two sounds are connected. Okay. Okay. Call. It should look like this. Okay. Call. Okay, so these two sounds are connected, so we're going to drop the A. It's not going to be kala. Okay. It's not kala. It's call. Okay. Which means all. Okay. Every. Okay, it can use it, that word can mean all, every, or any. Okay. It's going to depend on the context of your conversation. Okay. Call. Okay. Call means all, every, or any. Okay. And this is how it'll look in the Assyrian. Okay. Again, Assyrian has no connectors. So you're going to try to learn this language first, seeing how to put sounds together, understanding how, you know what I mean? Then that'll help you understand how this language sounds. Okay. So just knowing that, call, okay. Kala, okay. You know, are you going to say kala or are you going to say call? Okay. In this case, it's call. Okay. Okay. So it's call. Call. Which means all, every, or any. Okay. These are just the most common words that are used in the Old Testament, the Torah. Okay. If you're reading the Torah, you're going to come across this word a lot. All, every, or any. Call means all, every, or any. Okay. You're going to come across this a lot. The Torah today, for the most part, is written in the Assyrian. Okay. So this is what you'll see. And you'll have to be able to put those sounds together. Okay. Is it going to be kala or is it call? Once you get a hang of this language, you'll kind of get a feel of it, and you know it'll just roll. You know what I mean? It'll feel right to you. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Okay, call. All, every, or any. Okay, should be taking notes, writing this down. Okay, and you can study these. You can go back and read over them and look at it, and you know what I mean, help you get associated with this language. Okay, how it flows, how it sounds. Okay. Okay, we'll take this one down, put up the next word. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next word we're going to go into is going to be ashar. Okay. Shah, and Ra. Okay. Hebrew from right to left. Okay. The first sound is the The next sound is the Shah. And the next sound is the Ra. Ancient Hebrew. Shah, Ra. We got the Shah, and the Ra. Okay. Okay. And the Assyrian will look like this. Okay. Okay. Shah, and Ra. Okay, that first sound is going to be separate. You're going to pronounce that sound Okay. Then you have the Shah and the Ra, which we're going to put together. Okay. The Shah and the Ra is going to become one sound. Okay. There you go. Ends pointed up, together. Pointed down, separate. Okay. So now, these sounds, we're going to put them together now. Okay. Look at the symbols. Each symbol is a sound. So now we put this together and make a one word. Ashara. Okay, but that's not the case because these two are connected. So now it's ashar. Okay, we dropped that A off of that. It's not ashara, it's ashar. All we're using is the ra, the beginning, the ra, not the ra, just the ra. Shar, okay? Ashar, okay, which would look like this. Ashar, okay. For teaching purposes, we'll put that dot there so you can separate and the shar. Ashar, okay. Ashar, okay. Which means who. Okay, ashar means who. Whom. Okay, this one word means who or whom. Or it could mean, let's see, which. Who, whom, which. Okay. Or that. Who, whom, which, or that. It depends on the context of your conversation, okay? Ashar would mean who, whom, which, or that, okay? Ashar, okay? From right to left, ashar, ashar, okay? Ashara, the sha and the ra are together. Ashar, okay? Ashar, okay? Which means who, whom, which, or that, okay? Ashar. Okay. You should be writing this down as we go along so you can have it in your notes. You can refer to it at any time. Like, tomorrow, Saturday, every Saturday, we do the Sabbath service. Okay, we come in and we read the Old Testament, okay, in the Hebrew, but we read it in the Assyrian, okay? So now, when we're reading tomorrow, okay, and we're reading in the Hebrew, you might hear me say ashar, and you'll know that means who, whom, which, or that, okay? These first three are pretty much the same, who, whom, or which, okay? That, is kind of a little different, but depending on the context, this word is gonna mean one of these, okay? Who, whom, which, or that, ashar, okay? Okay, so we'll take that one down. Okay. So you just stay diligent, keep learning, keep practicing, and before you know it, you'll be able to tell anybody in the earth that you speak and read Hebrew, okay? The language of your forefathers, okay? Not the language of your oppressor, okay? They didn't hold on to this language. We did, okay? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We held on to it, okay? And we still have it, 2022. This is our language. The Bible is our history, okay? And that's what the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge is all about. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians getting back their culture, okay? Okay, sure. Okay. The next word you'll see a lot, okay, is going to be okay, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to pronounce the word. I want you to practice, okay? When I put the connectors in, I want you to be able to put these sounds together and make it work, okay? Okay, so we got the ah and the la. Right off the top, what do you think? Is it going to be Allah? Are they going to be two separate sounds? One sound, okay? So now we're going to take this away. It's going to look like this. Okay? Which means two. Okay? To or toward. Into, to, toward, into, or at, which are all pretty much the same, okay? You're going to it, you're going at it. You're going to it, you're going towards it. You're going towards it, you're going into it, okay? To, toward, into, or at is this, that sound, okay? You have the ah and the la, okay? So now we're going to take that last part of the la sound away. So now all you have is the ah and the la, not the whole la, but okay, I'll go ahead and it's going to be all, okay? All. Ah, and the first part of the la is just all, not Allah, all, okay? So there you have it. All, which means to, toward, into, or at, okay? This is one of the most common words you're going to see when you're reading the Torah, the Old Testament written in the Assyrian or Hebrew, okay? You're going to see this word a lot, okay? All, which means to, toward, or into, at, okay? Again, we read from right to left. Okay. The Syrian, there are no connectors. Okay. So we have to get used to how this language flows and be able to put these sounds together. Okay. Okay. So where we at? This is the fourth most common word that you'll find in the Old Testament, okay? All, okay? So that's that. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you some words tonight, and you can, write them down and be able to study them and memorize them, having the connectors, because when you read in the Torah, there's no connectors. Okay, It's just the symbols, okay? So you're gonna have to get used to try to learn this ancient first, how these words sound, okay? Using the connectors to your advantage, and then you'll be able to know how to put these sounds together in the Assyrian, okay? So that is the fourth most common word in the Torah, Tanakh, Torah, Old Testament, okay? So I'm going to take this one down. We'll get to the next one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so number 5. Number 5. Okay. We went through the sounds and symbols already, okay? You should know what these sounds are for each one of these symbols, okay? Okay, and remember what we talked about earlier. You see this ma? Okay, remember, if the ma is at the end of the word, you're going to see a different symbol. But this is the symbol because it's not at the end, okay? So I can look at that and I know that's the ma. Ma, ra. Okay? We have the the ma, and the ra. Okay? Okay, let's go ahead and get it. Insert the symbols, okay? The connectors, okay? Ma, ra. Okay, so how are we going to say that now? We're going to take off the last part of that. Okay, it's always going to be, even if there's two sounds connected, even if it's in the middle of the word, okay, from right to left, okay, the first sound, you're going to keep all of that. The last sound is where you're going to take off part of it, okay? Okay, so we have the ma, and the ra, okay? We took off the last sound, part of that sound. The is by itself, okay? The is by itself. And then we have the, okay? Should be able to sound that out. Mar. Okay? This is the 5th most common word you're going to find in the Old Testament in our history records, okay? Which means say or command. Okay? Amar. We read from right to left. Ma, and the Ra. The is a sound all by itself. The Ma and the Ra is together. So it's Amar. Okay? It's not Amara. It's not Amara. Okay? It's Amar, which means say or command. Okay? To say or command. Amar. Amar. Okay? It's the fifth most common word when we're reading out of the Tanakh or the Torah, the Old Testament, okay? Amar. Okay? Okay, you should be writing this stuff down so you can access it later on, study it. Okay? Amar, say or command. Amar, say or command. Okay? Amar. Okay? Good stuff, good stuff. Go ahead and keep it moving. Okay? Amar, to say or command. Amar was the fifth most common word in the Hebrew, okay? When reading the Torah, okay? Next word is okay. Here we go. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, we got the la and the Okay. Okay, so are these sounds going to be together or separate? The la and the Okay. This should be the number one word because this is like the favorite word of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Okay. Which means not. Not. No. You know, in today's using today's English, you know what I mean, this could just be no, okay? Not. Okay, so we have the la and the ah, and they are going to be together. La, no, they're not going to be together. Okay, let's keep them separate. La and ah. Okay, let's do that. La, ah. Okay, la, ah. Which means not. And basically no. Okay, not or no. Okay, la, ah. If you're in the school, you hear us say that a lot, you know, la, ah. Okay, la, ah. Okay, la, ah, which means not. Okay. Okay. Okay, should be writing these down for your notes. Okay, that's a pretty easy one. You're going to hear us saying that a lot. La, ah. Okay. Take this one down. Keep it moving. La, ah, which means not or just no. Okay? La, ah. Okay? Let's see. Okay, la, ah was number 6. Number 7. Okay, here we go. That's it. Okay. Remember, this is the na, but it's at the end of the word. Okay. Okay. So since it's at the end of a word, okay, it's not going to look like the regular na, which is that. Okay. Okay. It's at the end of the word. So now it's going to be that. Okay. So we got the ba and the na. Okay. Which means son, or youth. For the most part, it's going to mean son. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. We got the ba and the na. Ba na. Let's put the connectors, okay? Okay, so now those two sounds become one sound, okay? So I'm gonna drop that. Which now you have ban. Ba, na, connected together is ban, which means son or you, okay? Ban. Ban is the 7th most common word you'll find in the Old Testament when reading in the Hebrew, okay? Okay. All right, so yeah, ban, which means son or youth, okay? You got the ba and the na connected together, ban, okay? True story, when I came in, first started learning the Hebrew, my first time I was called up to read in front of the school, okay? I was just learning the Hebrew, and every word that I read, every word, because I didn't have connectors, okay? And I was kind of in the accelerated program. I had to learn quick. So I didn't have time to, really study this, the ancient compared to the Assyrian. So I just jumped in, my first time reading, I read 7 verses, okay? And that's what we do. We come in, each officer or trooper or young man, whoever's at the podium, presenting themselves in front of the school and showing that they studied and been diligent and learning their culture again. They'll have to read 7 verses, so let's say from Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 through 7. I got to read that in the Syrian Hebrew, okay? So my first time, every word I read, I just said the sound of every symbol. I just, Anna, I didn't know, but I knew the symbols, I knew the sounds, I just didn't know how to put them together yet, okay? So, it's everybody has their own time, okay? And, process of learning, okay? I jumped in pretty quick and, tried to prove myself. So my first time reading, I got up and I just pronounced every sound. I didn't put nothing together throughout the whole 7 verses. I just said each sound, and guess what? I got a round of applause because I knew all the sounds and symbols. I just didn't know how to put it together yet. You know what I mean? So, you know, with that, you know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have to know, but just knowing the sounds when you see these symbols, you're halfway there. Okay, you're over the hump. If you know every sound or every symbol, every sound that go with every symbol, you're over the hump. Okay, now you're just gonna get used to how does this language sound? Does that sound right? You know, because like I said, in the Assyrian, there's no connectors. So you just, you know what I mean? You'll be like, Bana. And then you'll be like, Ban. You know, in your mind, you'll be like, Bana, Ban. Oh, yeah, Ban sounds right. Ban. You know what I mean? I know that word, especially if, you know, you had a chance to come into these classes and learn and study. I didn't really have that. I just learned all the symbols, you know, within a month or whatever, and jumped on the stage and on the podium and went in. You know what I mean? So everybody has their own, you know, processing time. So if you have time, you know, have the chance, go ahead and try to get familiar with these connectors, all these words that I'm giving you. I'm giving you the most common words that are going to be in the Old Testament, okay? So when you see these words, you'll know what they are. You know, as soon as you see it, as soon as you see this, you'll know it's ban, not bana, okay? Okay, so that's that. That's how we're going to roll, okay? All right, take this down, get to the next one. That's how we're going to grow. You are responsible for the people that come after you, okay? Your household, your children, anybody who does not have the knowledge that you have, they're under you. You have the responsibility to teach them, okay? Okay, so bun was the seventh most common word, okay? The next word okay, you got the chart, okay? We went through the sounds. I wrote them down earlier. If you don't have the chart, you should have at least copied what I put on the board so you know what this sound is. You know what this sound is, okay? Okay. Okay, so we have the I and the La. I and La. Okay. 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 So we got the I and the La. So it's not going to be I-La. Okay. It's going to be I-L. Okay. I-L, not I-La. Go ahead and drop that. Now it's I-L. Okay. Which means on, upon, concerning, on account of, or against. Okay. Depending on the context of the conversation. Against is pretty much upon, concerning, same thing, on account of, okay? Hebrew words are notorious for having, several basic meanings, okay, or terms, okay? And that's, it's so, amazing how even today we take the language of the other nations and we do the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Esau says hot means when you touch something, it burns, or, or the sun is hot, is a temperature thing. We go ahead and take hot and say, look here, I'm hot. Now we just turned it into something else. I'm angry. I'm hot. You know what I mean? So we do the same thing. It's in us, like to be who we are. It is in our DNA to talk this way, to behave this way, to serve our God. It's just we have been, okay, sometimes we are stiff-necked people, okay? But for another people to put you into slavery, which the Lord allowed and ordained, okay, for our chastisement, not to destroy us, but for us to learn a lesson. But Esau took it too far to tell a people, to lie to a people. You already got us in slavery, okay? But to lie to us and say, you know what? No, you're not the Jews. You are an African American. You are a Puerto Rican. You're a Cuban. You're a Dominican. You're a Native Indian. You're a Mexican. Okay, you're a Colombian. That is treacherous. Okay, and only a deceiver would do that. That's why we call the white man the devil. Okay, because he has deceived blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians on this earth for 400 plus years. Okay, but it's high time for us to awaken out of our sleep. Okay, and that's what this is all about. Black people waking up, okay, coming back to who they are. And, it may not be in my lifetime, who knows, but we will reign on the earth again. Okay, so if it's not in my lifetime, I'm going to have my kids prepared. I'm going to have the people, the generation that comes after me will be prepared to run this earth, okay, under Yahawashi Christ, okay, in the Most High, okay. Okay, so with that, that's the 8th most popular word in the Hebrew, okay, I. okay, which means on, upon, on account of, or against. Okay. Isle is the 8th most popular word. You're going to see this word a lot. Okay. Reading the Torah, okay. You're going to see this word a lot. Isle, which means on, upon, concerning, on account of, or against. Okay. Depending on the context of the conversation. Okay, so we'll go ahead and keep it moving. Keep going. Get some more of this Hebrew. Okay. Holy tongue. Language of God's chosen people. This one day, believe it or not, which you should, this is going to be this will be the prominent language on the earth again. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next okay. Should know what this sound is. What do we got here? Okay. Okay. We got the ka and the ya. Okay. We got the ka and the ya. Kaya. Connect this down. Kaya. Okay. You're going to see this word a lot. Kaya. Kaya. Okay. Various meanings. Kaya, kaya, okay? Hebrew is from right to left. Kaya, kaya, okay? Kaya, which means for, that, because, when, or but. Kaya, okay? Kaya is the 9th most used word in the Old Testament. Okay, it could be for, that, because, when, or but. Okay, kaya. We'll go through, we'll go through a few weeks of maybe doing some words, and then we'll start doing sentences, okay? We'll start putting these words into use, put a whole sentence up, and then we'll put the sentence up and we'll in the Hebrew, and then we'll also break it down in the English, okay? But let's go ahead and get some words in our vocabulary, and then we'll start putting words together. Right now, we'll just start off by putting sounds together, making words. A few weeks from now, we'll be taking words and putting them together, making a sentence, okay? So let's start here, okay? Get some words, and we'll advance to sentences, okay? Okay? So this word is kaya, 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 okay? For, that, because, when, or but, okay? What's that credit? Okay. So kaya is the 9th most popular word in the Old Testament. Okay, take this down. Get the next word, okay? Okay, get the next word. Okay, so next word. Okay. Okay. We got the ha, the ya, and the ha. Okay. We have the ha, which is going to be by itself. Ha. Then we have the ya, which will be connected to the next ha. Okay. So go ahead and drop that. Okay. So now ha, ya. Ha, ya. Okay. Ha, ya. It's not ha, ya, ha. It's ha, ya. Okay. All you hear is the okay. Ha, ya. Ha, ya. Ha, ya. It's not ha, ya, ha. It's ha, ya. Okay. Ha, ya. 10th most used word. Okay. Haya. Okay, 1 second. Okay, haya. Haya, 10th most common word. You're going to see this word a lot when we're reading in the Old Testament, okay? Which could mean happen, because, be done, come to pass. Haya, come to pass. Happen, because, be done, okay? Or to be, okay? Haya, okay? Ha-ya. Ha-ya. And the ha would drop that part, put them together. Ha-ya. Okay. Ha-ya. Okay. Ha-ya. Ha-ya. Okay. 10th most common word. Okay. When reading the Torah, or the Tanakh, Old Testament, okay? It's getting easy, ain't it? Huh? But these connectors help you. I mean, like, this language is for niggas, okay? It's our language, okay? Let's go ahead and take this down. Okay, you should have this written. You should have this written down yourselves. Okay, and you should be saying these sounds with me. Okay, it's going to help you be able to read this language and understand it. Okay, Hayah. 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 Okay? It's a strong language. Hayah. Okay? It's not a soft, feminine language like English and French, you know. It's a strong language, okay? Very masculine. And that's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian men, okay? We're the strongest masculine beings on the earth, okay? That's crazy too, though. Like, I just said we are the strongest, most masculine men on the earth, but yet we went into slavery. Okay? What does that tell you? Like, the power that we serve, we are nothing without him. We can be the strongest, most powerful, fastest, most intelligent people on the earth and still be on the bottom because we went into an agreement with a power that created the universe, created all the beings on the earth, created the trees, created animals that they haven't even found yet in jungles, okay? Created the ocean, the mountains, okay? The sky, the atmosphere, the stars, okay? Our power did that. And we went into an agreement with him that if we ran the earth the way he wanted the earth to be ran, he chose us to be the leaders, to be the teachers, okay? Teach everybody in the earth, this is how it's done, this is how it's gonna be. And we failed. We decided to do something else. And when we went into that agreement, you know, it was a downside to it. The agreement was you run the earth the way I'm telling you to, and you'll be over all the other people. But if you don't run the earth the way I'm telling you to, I'm gonna let them run the earth and you'll be under them. And there's nothing we can do about it. We went into that agreement and lo and behold, here we are being the strongest, most powerfulest, most talented people on the earth, and we're on the bottom. We create everything. Everything in America on the earth that is good. I won't say good, but because I don't know that a brother or sister created the atom bomb, okay? But you know, anything else you could think of, a Negro created it, a Hispanic created it, a Native Indian created it, okay? So we can be the most intelligent and the most strongest people in the earth, but without our power, we're nothing, okay? So we have to come back to our heritage. We have to come back to what our power gave us and live according to his will, okay? And that is the law, statutes, and commandments, okay? Okay? And that's where we're at, okay? Under Commanding General YAHANNA 2022, since 1969, we are bringing Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians back to the power that they serve because they don't know their power. People in the Christian church don't know their power. Muslim mosques, all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians across the four corners of the earth don't know their power unless they're here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, okay? Okay. So we just did, we did 10 words tonight, okay? Okay, we did 10 words. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the class. I'm going to salute you brothers and sisters out. Let y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of your Friday night, okay? Whether it be, you know, kicking back, watching some TV, or getting out on the town, whatever it is, chilling with the fam. Hey, enjoy yourself, okay? Just keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, okay? So for you brothers, Shalom, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shai, Barakatham. And for you sisters, Shalom, Yahweh, Shamal, Alatham, Bahashem, Yahweh, Shai, We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Okay, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Florida School, 1628 Avenue E. Okay, we got a cookout coming up August 13th. It's going to be in John Prince Park. Okay, if you can get with Captain Shawar Yala, okay, and he'll give you all the details. Okay, August 13th. It's a Saturday. Okay, free food, free drinks. Okay, fun. You have a little kids water park there, basketball court, volleyball court. We're going to be cooking out, so you know what I mean. It's going to be a good time for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you know Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, send them to the cookout. Okay, if you're able to come down yourself, come on down and join us live. Okay, get it in with us, brotherhood, sisterhood. Okay, with that, shalom. Okay.
It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.